Good morning and welcome to another video with myself, Rev.ArleneC. It is Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. I wanted to come on quickly and just give this quick energy update. Wow, energies are wild and intense today. Um, I was speaking quickly through text this morning with Maria DC, and she was also sharing with me, just everything that's been happening with the sun. And actually, grab the phone quick. And I'll tell you what she told me. uh, so we've been pummeled by solar activity, and it's targeting the heart area. Uh, you know, um, yeah. So, which is interesting because I thought too, with the fact that today is our second All Things Mindfulness 6-week series. Today is our second class, and we are focusing on the lungs, which also then the lungs will incorporate the heart, the higher heart, and the throat. And so, yeah, so it's like this morning, what I was sensing and feeling, it's like there's this like very charged, excited, almost feels like excited energy. Like I feel like really jittery in a way. It's like I'm like on a sugar rush or a caffeine rush, right? Um, but then I also feel like my heart wants to explode. And it's like once it explodes, ooh, see, there I go. And once I explode, it's like I want to cry. And there it goes again. Ooh, that was tense. Okay. So I will have to let that out later again. But so yeah, it's like my heart wants to explode and I just want to cry at the thought of it exploding because it feels so freeing. And I feel like whatever it is, this energy that is coming through um, it is really about letting go. And I'm sorry, I was not expecting to feel all these emotions popping up, but I guess now that I'm expressing them out loud, it's like, ooh, intense confirmation. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I was really not expecting that. It is intense. But yeah, like we just really it, but in that freedom and in that letting go is this like immense love that I'm feeling. And I just feel like God's love, right? And it's about us understanding too the changing our perspective on what love is, right? Because again, as humans, we only understand that level of love coming through, like the love that we receive from others and the love that we give, right? But understanding true love, it is so unconditional. Like, really, it's this love of everything, right? It's the gratitude, the appreciation of everything. And there isn't good or bad, right or wrong, right? And that's also which is so, again, it's something else that us humans struggle to understand, right? Like we've been taught and ingrained in us, good and bad, right and wrong, where in the world of the quantum field and that level of understanding, it's just polarities, right? It's non-duality. There's just no polarities. There's no judgment of anything because everything, whether it's uncomfortable, whether it's painful, and I understand that that's hard to understand, and I get that, and I'm not trying to minimize anyone's pain, grief, trauma. I'm really not, because that's not my place. I can only deliver the information the way it's understood, right? But again, it doesn't change or it doesn't make what you're experiencing or have experienced any less real to you. But it's understanding that from that level of consciousness, right? So it's like even sometimes too, when people talk about the galactics, the aliens, right? Uh, they come from a place of that level of understanding where, you know, you will hear, you know, like again, you'll hear from videos, right, of people who have, uh, they share that they've been abducted or they've had interactions, right? And, you know, the tests that they've done and how evasive, you know, they are and all that stuff. So yes, from the human perspective, right? It could have been painful, uncomfortable, you felt like you were being violated. But from the alien perspective, which is also kind of the quantum perspective, it is all about collecting data. It's about understanding, right? It's about, like I said, it is about collecting the data. It's about collecting the information. So to them, it's not good or bad. It's like, this is the job that I have to do, and I'm doing it, right? But anyways, so back to understanding unconditional love and understanding the feeling of everything. Um, it's just this sense of, and I feel like even love is like not the best word for it, right? It's not even, but again, it's the human word we were given. But this unconditional love is just all that is. And it's this energy of just constant flow. It's this energy of constant flow, the constant give and take, give and take. It's all about the balance. And that energy is really strong today. And it's very important that we are all hyper aware, I guess, of it, understanding that people, animals, um, you know, are going to could possibly be more aggressive today too. They'll have possibly, less compassion, less patience, being very emotional, easily triggered, uh, almost like that sense of bipolar, right? Where it's like the quick shift in feelings, um, you know, feeling hyper and then really down. Um, yeah, it's just so important that we do our best to stay very present, you know, constantly reminding ourselves, constantly doing that check-in, right? Constantly do that check-in with yourself of, oh, okay, like breathe, breathe, feel yourself, feel the uh, pillar of light coming down and to your feet, but you're even higher above because there's those other chakras that are way up top, and then there's a lot of other chakras way at the bottom after your feet. So you're anchoring into everything, right? Seeing that pillar of light from all the way at the top. I think there's like 3 or 4 above, and then another 3 or 4 at the bottom. And so bringing that anchor of light, and then you're seeing it constantly flowing in and out, expanding, right? And every time you're breathing in, you're contracting in that energy more, and then you're contracting out, right? Seeing like a pillar of, so first it's this light, right? So it's like a gold light, but then it also turns into this beautiful greens, and you're going through these different shades of green, right? And you're just bringing that in, and it's just expanding in and out, expanding out, and you're constantly seeing it expand more and more out, right? Because you're creating this field around you that it's not really about protection, but it keeps you anchored in so that it minimizes the effect of outer things affecting your inner peace, right? But it also activates and brings more into awareness your seat of consciousness, because then it gives you the ability to be like, oh, I see, like, and again, that brings in that compassion to others, right? Where like, okay, you're lashing out. And I get that. It has nothing to do with me. You're feeling some sense of discomfort or pain right now. And usually and often, anytime these emotions come through, it is because of fear, right? No matter what, when you're feeling angry and all these different things, most often this is coming through because of fear. We are afraid. So then we get into that fight or flight mode, right? And it's like, I gotta, like, right away, it's like, okay, now I gotta protect myself. It's not about protecting yourself, because you don't need to be protected. It's about understanding and being aware that something is triggering you, something is making you feel fearful, and how do you heal from that, integrate it to something that you can transmute to something else, right? Because again, like we said, energy can never be destroyed. It can just be morphed into something different. I keep getting the shivers. Whew, here comes the emotion again. Really work on just being with that. And if you need to cry, cry. Don't suppress it. That is the worst thing we could do, is suppress what is coming through. I don't understand why I'm emotional. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter why. I'm emotional. I need to feel that. I'm feeling these emotions, these feelings coming up. I don't know what it is about. I can't think of it, and it doesn't matter. Just allow it to be, and just keep giving yourself that level of compassion, and just be like, you're okay, and it's okay. Especially in this energy right now, we are being bombarded. I need to go cry now. So I'm going to let you go, surrounding you all in so much love. I hope this video helped. Know that I'm here with you, and that again, I love you all so much. Have a wonderful day.